Breaker Broke 23. So I was looking on the interweb the other night for some Bluetooth units that I wanted to buy and review, and I came across PC Magazine editorial recommendations, and some of the units that were in there were the TaoTronics and the Anchor Sound. And I want to do a little bit of work with some of these less expensive units. So I went with the $29 TaoTronics, the $39 Anchor Sound. I am an Amazon influencer, as you guys know, and by the way, thanks for everybody for supporting this channel, because every time you click on one of my Amazon links, it does help this channel. I get a small commission coming from Dr. Evil and not from you. Anyway, I see a lot of stuff like this in my return section for returns. A lot of people will try to really cheap out, order these $9 to $16 units here, and I see a lot of these that get sent back. This is an off-brand in my opinion. Then I wasn't interested in this because I've messed around with these Bluetooth FM modulated adapters. These are for vehicles. As long as you have a car stereo with FM and a cigarette lighter plug, you can stream from your phone to your car stereo. The problem with this is the FM modulator circuit in these sound atrocious. They're just absolutely terrible. So I ordered the TaoTronics Bluetooth transmitter and receiver, and then I ordered the Anchor Sound Bluetooth transmitter and receiver. I'm familiar with this particular brand, and I own some TaoTronics devices. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the TaoTronics unit, so let's get started. Alright, so in the TaoTronics TT BA07 box, we have a real basic instruction manual. It is multilingual. First 6 pages are in English. Very easy user's guide. I really like this. Very informative, but yet simple. We have the TaoTronics unit itself. We have the 3.5 millimeter to 3.5 millimeter male headphone jack output cord or input. We have the micro USB to USB plug. No charger with this, but at this price point I wouldn't really expect it. What was very unexpected and very welcome is the 3.5 millimeter female to RCA male jack. So TaoTronics is kind of basically marketing this to a little bit more of a higher end user, I would think, because generally when a unit comes with a plug like this, it's more adaptable. I think they take the product a little more serious, to be quite honest with you, so I was really impressed with that. It also saves a user from having to go buy one of those if he wants to hook it up to a home stereo. The unit itself is very small. I'm going to compare that to, say, something we all know. Alright, so that's kind of cool. Alright, well, let's go over the features. Okay, so what we have here is the MFB, or the multifunction button. This is an on-off button. This is also a pairing button, so that's really neat. On the end here we have the 3.5 millimeter audio output or audio input, depending on what you have this mode switch set to, either transmit or receive mode. And then of course the micro USB input cord for charging. And this does not pass data at all, so you can only do it through here, not through here. You can't tie into both. And you can also use this unit while you're in charge mode. So this unit lasts me approximately 10 hours on a full charge, and it took about an hour and a half to charge this from a totally flat battery. Now when I got this in the box, of course, I hooked it up immediately, and it took about 25 minutes or so to actually fully charge it. And to operate this unit, you hit the button and hold it for 3 seconds, and it will light up blue. And then you push this 2 more times to put it into pairing mode, and then you can pair it to a speaker. Okay? And you can also run 2 speakers on this. You can't necessarily do a left or right, but what you can do is you could pair to this speaker at the same time, and then maybe have this in one room and this in another room, maybe while you're house cleaning or something like that, or doing whatever you're doing. It's kind of a cool feature, but it's really not necessary. And I think really the reason why they do that is because they're marketing this as being able to use on video games or watching TV. Because this is Bluetooth 5.0 and it's very low latency. It's got the Qualcomm chipset in it, so you're going to want to look for that. But what you can do is you can pair to either 2 speakers or to 2 Bluetooth headphones, and it just makes it kind of expandable. It's not really a feature that I like. I've actually paired this to my Micas SR71 headphones and some TaoTronics headphones, and it works pretty good with that. Pretty low latency. There's just a tad of a delay between the movement of a person's lips to what you're going to receive in your headphones, but it's not annoying at all. But I'm a music guy, so I like to, use speakers. And so anyway, it pairs very easily to the Altex, to the JBLs, to pretty much everything I have, even some of the Odd Duck off-branders. So anyway, pretty neat. So like I said before, very low latency. I'm actually impressed with that. As well as when you have 2 sets of wireless headphones, like let's say set A and B, the delay between those 2 are not really bad. You'd never really hear that unless you put like one ear cup up to one ear and another ear cup up to the other ear. You could probably tell there's a little bit of latency between the 2. It's not really that bad. It is somewhat annoying though when you're going to use 2 outboard speakers, but it does do that. Okay, and then in the receive mode, flip this over here to receive mode, it works really well. This streams very well from my smartphone to here, and I have really no issues. I get about 25 feet range in both transmit and receive, so it's giving me all the advertised ranges. They say that it's like 30 or 33 feet, and it just kind of depends on your home environment, how many walls there are, where your transmitter is located, are there, obstacles, stuff like that. So anyway, it does what it's supposed to do, and it does have a very good sound. Like I say, this is in Bluetooth 5.0. So let's actually show this in action. Okay, for our first demonstration, I'm going to show you how this operates streaming TV to wireless Bluetooth headphones. So let's start out here with a latency check. So I'm kind of doing something that's not copyrightable here. So I'm going to put the headphones actually up to the camera.
Eyeglasses and different.
Here's the best part. Many people can get this kind of coverage for $0 a month, regardless of their health or income.
One card, one company, one complete bundle.
All right, I actually think that's kind of a good test there, because that's kind of an everyday real world test. These are TaoTronics headphones. I'll leave a link to these in the description box. They may look a little different because this particular set is 2 years old. All right, so what I did is my TV is an LG 65. It's a couple of years old. I only have HDMI inputs on it, no audio outputs on it, which kind of sucks. Or anyway, nothing that I can hook up to this with any adapter cords. But what I am doing is I'm getting the audio from my satellite dish receiver. So this is in transmit mode, and I have that nifty little jack that I told you about plugged into the back of my receiver here. So what I'm doing is I'm getting straight audio from the dish going through the TaoTronics into the TaoTronics headphones. And I think that's a pretty good demonstration. Very little lag, almost no lag at all. So that's a good team. All right, next. Okay, for our next demonstration, we're going to stream music. I'm going to go from my cell phone into my little Technics receiver here, old vintage SA404. I'm going to use the TaoTronics device here, and I'm also going to do a little thing, and this may be unfair, okay, so I get it, but I'm going to compare this to my big dog, This here's my favorite unit of all time so far, and this is the Audio Engine B1 Bluetooth receiver. This is a $189 piece. This is a $29 piece. I thoroughly get that. But what I want to show you is I want to show you how, in relation to like more of an audiophile piece, this little cheaper $29 unit is. So let's do it. You're gonna have to bear with me on my operation of the cell phone, but here we go. All right. Okay, so that was the TaoTronics. So I'm going to do an A-B. We'll just continue this. So obviously there's a difference between the $29 piece and the $189 piece, but you know, it's really not that bad. This still blows away the $16 to $20 Bluetooth receiver. It's a good performing unit. It's rated at Bluetooth 5.0, Qualcomm chipset and all that stuff in it, but you can definitely tell it's not an audiophile grade piece, but this will get you there. If you know, are just putting together a small system or something like that and you don't want to spend a bunch of money on there, it's totally doable, totally doable. All right, so for our next feat, we're going to stream from that to, oh, I don't know, a little JBL speaker or an Altec. Okay, next up in our demonstration, I'm going to stream from my cell phone to my JBL speaker. So basically, I'm actually not streaming from the phone is what I am doing, is I'm using the audio output from the phone to the Bluetooth transmitter. So this is for demonstration purposes, because this is just, you could use an old Sony Walkman cassette. You could use maybe one of the first couple generation iPods that didn't have any Bluetooth capability, but they have a speaker output, you know, for headphones and stuff. There's a lot of people getting into that. So I just kind of wanted to show you how versatile this is. And so we'll just play that non-copyrighted song there. And that's just going through the JBL. Okay, so there's that. So we'll unplug that. Then what else we could do, and this is what I like to do with mine, is I like to actually use my JBL speaker and I walk around the house with it, but I just plug it into one of my favorite radios here. So what I'll do with this, and we got to watch it because it's copyright music, so what I'll do is I'll take the TaoTronics and just plug it into here, give it a little bit of gain right there. And that's how that works right there. So I don't want to mess with that and get copyright violated or whatever. Let's go. Let's just, can't do that with talk radio, can they?
Think they're helping,
okay,
but they keep interjecting themselves in a way that actually makes
anyway, that's how I utilize that. So anyway, basically the TaoTronics is pretty versatile. It works extremely well. In fact, I think that's probably its strongest point. If you're a gamer, or if you want to watch TV through your Bluetooth headphones. What's cool about this is you can pair, like I said before, 2 sets of headphones to this, so you or your other half could be watching TV at night. Maybe the other half wants to go to sleep and you don't you want to keep it quiet, you can still continue listening to TV, because the latency and delay in this thing is almost nil, just almost nothing, literally. And I think because of the frequency response of this, it's really suited well for TV use. And it's good for stereo. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's a pretty good unit for 29 bucks. I would definitely recommend getting the Tao. So, all right, PC editor's pick. I'll give this one a thumbs up as well. All right, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Please hit subscribe down below. And questions or comments, yeah, feel free to leave them. And I'll try to answer your questions as soon as I possibly can. Thanks for watching.